Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another sports news / ranting video. You know, one of those videos where I just talk about things going on and then get overly angry about things that don't affect my life personally. Yeah, one of those videos. Running through my plugs super duper quick before we hop right into it. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel, Waggle, or Prize Picks. By using my codes on G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their products, and by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're gonna guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. Anyway, always remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, so we're actually going to start today's video off with a movie review because it's been one of the most popular movies in the world since it came out, and that is none other than Happy Gilmore 2. Listen, I gave my initial reaction to it on Twitter and I got destroyed for it, so then I rewatched the movie again, and not only do I stick with my reaction, I tripled down. That movie sucks. Now listen, if you enjoyed it and you had fun watching it, we can still be friends. That's great. I'm happy you enjoyed it. I'm talking me. I thought that movie was like a 2-3 out of 10 at best. It was 2 hours of them beating the same old jokes into the ground. I was disappointed, man, because starting off, this movie came out like it was gonna be really good. I liked the first 30 to 45 minutes. But once you found out what the movie was gonna be, the direction they were going, it was all downhill from there. Turning the protagonist and antagonist into teammates right away. The whole plot of the movie basically just taking a shot at live golf with this stupid maxi golf. How these guys were getting special surgeries, you know, to make them these super golfers. And don't even get me started on all the ball tracers and lasers that were showing up on my screen. It felt like I was watching a kid's movie. It felt like I was watching Space Jam 2. I will agree, the cameos, they were fun to watch throughout the entire thing. Travis Kelce, I thought he was hilarious. Like that Arnie Palmer line with Jack Nicklaus, that killed me. That's my kind of humor, just stupid humor. Bad Bunny, he also carried. He was the funniest person in the whole movie. But again, man, just 2 hours of the same characters, the same jokes. Killing his dad with a hockey puck, killing his wife with a golf ball. Chubbs' son having a wooden hand that breaks apart. Choke the caddy, argue with the heckler. Alligators attacking people in the movie. Like, you know what I mean? It was just this, it was the same thing over and over and over again, and I despise the movie and I'll probably never watch it again. Now moving on, I'm going to be briefly venting about the death of the Minnesota Twins. You know, the old baseball team that used to play for the state of Minnesota? Oh, they are only referred to in the past tense now. Listen, throughout my life in sports, usually whenever I'm very angry at, you know, the higher ups, it's always managing and coaching. Not necessarily the owners do I have beef with. I had beef with Glenn Taylor. He doesn't own the Timberwolves anymore. I have a ton of beef, however, with Jim Pohlad, the owner of the Minnesota Twins. For those who haven't heard, the Twins got rid of 10 of their starting players at the end of the trade deadline. I'm sure I'm gonna miss a few of them, but I know Johan Duran is gone. Willie Castro, Carlos Correa, Griffin Jacks, gone. Harrison Bader, Brock Stewart, Louis Varland, and there is more. Now what's astounding about this is that it was revealed after they did all of that the Twins were negative $440 million in debt. How a team can do that when they don't sign anybody the way it is, it's pretty insane. But this is all starting to make sense to me now. I'm understanding what's going on with the Pohlads. They're taking the coward's way out, dude. They are running. Year in and year out, these guys have screwed over the Twins fans. They have ignored the Twins fans. They have not tended to the Twins fans. Yet our team still finds a way to rally. You know, 2 years ago, finally winning our first playoff series in 18 years. This year, still being in the race. And you get rid of the whole team? They have it all set up for the perfect escape plan, extending a terrible manager into next year already, so that is out of the question of who that's going to be. Getting rid of all that debt, not at all addressing the backlash coming from your fans or even saying a word about it, really. You're dipping, you're running. I'm not going to get super worked up into this because I've already had like a week to boil about this, but until there is a new owner in place of the Minnesota Twins, I will absolutely 100% not support them. Sorry, Byron Buxton, I will always love you, man, but you deserve a lot better, and if I were you, I would have waved your claws and gotten out of here as soon as you could. You have overpaid your dues to that trash organization that will not help you. Okay, now we are going to be reacting to the first preseason game of the year, the Hall of Fame game. Now, I was on vacation when this took place, so I didn't get to watch it live. Well, one quarter I got to watch live, but the rest was through YouTube. So that's why I haven't really made any comments on it yet, but there are some comments to be made, and also, should probably try and dust myself off. I haven't done one of these in months. Almost that time. Next week, we're gonna have preseason reactions again, man. We gotta get in the swing of things. So obviously, the highlight of the game on the Chargers side of things was Trey Lance. He probably had the best game he's ever had in the NFL, throwing 13 for 20, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was shown on the sidelines having a blast with Jim Harbaugh. He was shown on the sidelines having fun, and honestly, good for Trey Lance on that. Kind of thought the Vikings were gonna go after him if JJ ended up being bad. But outside of Trey Lance, we got to see DJ Uiagalelei, the guy from Florida State that was supposed to be really good and ended up being bad, right? Anyway, he had a couple pass attempts for 25 yards. There was a running committee here, even though Vidal got the 2 touchdowns, but I do want to highlight a name here that I haven't seen in quite a while. Welcome back to the league, Nyheim Hines. That makes me so happy, man. Receiving looks like about what you'd imagine a preseason game would be. Will Dissly and Keandre Lambert-Smith having the touchdowns. Saw one of his catches. It was a blast. And it looks like the defense came up with, 3 picks and 2 sacks on the day? Can't be mad at that. I wish I had more hands-on stuff to say, but like I said, I was not really focused on this game. Anyway, the other opinion I really want to get stressed here about the Lions, and I don't want to jump the gun, but is their offense going to be in trouble this year? What is this? 34-7 in a preseason game, but I'm just saying, could be a little concerning. Really not much to highlight on the Lions side of things. Kyle Allen was terrible. Hendon Hooker didn't appear to have a good day. Nobody caught or rushed over 50 yards, and they had 1 sack on the day. Like, it's just a pretty pathetic performance to, put on when it's, the technical first game of the season when everyone's watching you. I know they didn't start anybody, but still. See how they answer back. Okay, folks, I am now joined by KaiTalksNFL, and we are going to talk about the Chicago Bears drama today going on with Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, a sloppy offense. Kai, what do you think is going on there? Do you think the Bears are going to be okay this year?
I think they'll still be okay. It's preseason, right? I think Ben Johnson is too good of a coach to not make Caleb Williams look good. I think it's just a couple of goof-ups. They have too many good young guys. Luther Burden, Romo Duns. I think that offense is still going to be really, really good. I think, honestly, only one of the reasons why Caleb was bad last year because of Matt Eberflus. He literally sucked. Sold them a couple games last year. I just think with Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams is going to play really well, and it's just a couple of goof-ups before the season.
Do you think the playoffs are a possibility for Chicago?
No, their division is way too hard in my opinion. I don't even think Green Bay's going to make it, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I just think it's so hard for 3 teams in the division to make it in itself. 4 teams would be absolutely insane. I think the Vikings and Lions make it this year. But I don't know about the Bears. I just think their division is way too hard.
No, I agree, and I think the Packers take is very interesting there because I also have, kind of the same concerns. I think when I was predicting wins, I only had them at about 9, and in today's league, that's not really cutting it unless where it's, super competitive. So,
yeah.
In terms of Ben Johnson, did you watch the Hall of Fame game? If so, do you think that performance was just preseason jitters, or do you think that was already showing the light, the 34-7 loss that Ben Johnson not being there, they're going to be in a little bit of a debacle to start the season offensively?
I watched the first half of it. I don't think preseason matters. It's literally just it's backups, right? It's third strings. They're trying out new things. They're just trying to improve players. I don't think the preseason shows anything, if I'm being completely honest with you, and I don't think it matters, I'll be honest.
No, I was just the segment right before this that I was recording was me reacting to that, and I said 8 times in it, I'm like, it's preseason, it's preseason, it's preseason.
Yeah.
But it's also just and again, the next 2 preseason games, maybe they'll go throw up 20 bombs like last year. But, it's looking back at the previous years in the preseason, the Lions were, at least scoring points and they were making it competitive games. And it's this was the first game of the season. You got everyone watching you and you go out there and throw that up. But at the same time, you look at who the Lions were playing and it's they, they weren't trying out there. They didn't have their stars. They probably not going to play them. You don't want to get them hurt. So you're a 49ers fan, correct?
Yeah.
So are you like Christian McCaffrey, you walk down the stairs and just blow out your knee every morning, or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
So before me and Kai sign off here, I'm going to hit him with a little thing I like to call Take 5. 5 very, very important questions that will determine the kind of person Kai is. So, Kai, I hope you have these out where you live, but Qdoba or Chipotle?
Chipotle, easily. Their bowls are so good.
But it's just
$20 for a bowl, and it's way too expensive. I don't know. It's
Way better option is Chipotle. I agree with you there. That's one green light. Gatorade or Powerade?
Powerade. I don't like Gatorade that much. I have it like every time I go to the lake, and it's just it's okay. It's really overrated in my opinion.
You know ball. You know, I just read that the Gatorade was actually made for the Florida Gators. I didn't know that was a real thing.
Really?
That's what I read, but it could be like
that makes sense, right?
This is just a open-minded question. What's the best sports movie of all time?
Does Happy Gilmore count?
Yeah.
It's a golf movie.
Yeah.
I'd say that it's a really good, really funny movie. I really like that one. I think that's my personal favorite.
You know, I get asked that all the time, and it's like it varies kind of on the season. Right now we're in baseball season, so I'm gonna say Major League. Next question: Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. I think honestly, I have it a lot more. I don't have Pepsi much. It's either there's Coke at one place or there's Pepsi. It really just depends on the place, but I think I like Coke a little bit more. I get it almost every time I get a soda, so I gotta go with Coke here.
4 for 4 with my pairing here. This is pretty incredible stuff. And then this is the last question. It's a yes or no thing. Do you like candy corn?
No, it shouldn't be a candy. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's like that one thing that you get on Halloween. It's like if somebody gave out like vegetables. Like, nobody wants candy corn. Like, give out candy, normal candy. I don't know. No, I'm not a fan of candy corn at all, honestly.
Oh.
I think it shouldn't be a candy, and it's a disgrace, honestly.
That's a 5 for 5 right there, man. I can agree with every single one of those answers. You're going to have a bright future. If you want to give a little last information about these guys, shout out your channel, what you do, go for it, man.
So I have a channel called KaiTalksNFL, recently started. I just make content every day. I post pretty frequently, so if you want to check me out, it would be really appreciated, and thank you for having me on, Wyatt.
Yeah, no problem, brother. I appreciate you for coming, and I think the people will let me know if they want to see you again, which I think they do, so.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, take it easy, brother. And that is gonna do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys like this surprise cameo. I'm gonna try and, you know, get more people involved on this channel as we move closer into the football season here. So Kai, thank you very much for participating. Also, I know it was probably not the best way to record it, and we probably were both quiet. We also couldn't actually physically see each other, so that was kind of throwing everything off. But we'll figure it out, and it'll only get smoother as time goes. Anyway, if you appreciated the video, guys, always show support. You know I appreciate it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get this whipped up so you can watch it. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next upload.